evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. Today is Tuesday, June the 27th, 2023. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, a black bear was spotted in Manchester on Sunday. We speak with Tullahoma High School's new principal, and Tullahoma City Schools are looking for volunteers to be involved with their CEO program. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader.
Hi, my name is Ringo, here at Parkview Senior Living. They're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Parkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. In a surprising turn of events, residents of Manchester were treated to a rare sighting of a black bear walking through town on Sunday. The young male bear was spotted near Regalwood subdivision off Hills Chapel Road in Manchester shortly after noon. Thunder Radio News reached out to Tim Hancock with the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency to shed light on the situation. Hancock explained that the appearance of young male bears in residential areas is due to family matters. Mother bears usually push the young males out because they do not reproduce every year. Before the mother bears become receptive again, they run off the male cubs, who are typically between 2 to 3 years old and possess a significant size. Hancock stated, quote, "These young males are trying to find other bears and food sources, so they are on the move. The best practices for encountering bears are to stay away and not provoke them," end quote. He advised the public to exercise caution and maintain a safe distance from the bear. Hancock highlighted that one of the main challenges faced by wildlife authorities is the public's eagerness to capture photographs of the bear, and stated, "We urge people not to drive around just to get pictures of the bear, as it can disrupt its natural behavior and potentially pose risks," he cautioned. Regarding the course of action, Hancock clarified that there were no plans to tranquilize or relocate the bear as long as it continued to move. The bear was last seen in the Regalwood Hills Chapel Road area and has likely moved on to the AEDC Wildlife Management area. However, Hancock did express concerns about the bear potentially finding an easy food source such as dumpsters, which could lead to becoming a nuisance. He urged residents to secure their garbage properly to avoid attracting the bear or any other wildlife. As Manchester residents remain vigilant, local authorities are working closely with the TWRA to ensure the safety of both the public and the bear. Any further developments regarding the bear's movements or actions will be communicated promptly to the community. Remember, if you encounter a bear, it is crucial to maintain a safe distance and allow it to move on naturally. Thank you to Thunder Radio for their help with this story. And after these messages, we'll be right back.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Welcome back. After a long path to get there, Dr. Greg English has been named the new principal at Tullahoma High School. News Leader's John Gray sat down with him to get the story of how it came about.
My very first job, which I've always said, and that was the West Middle School choir director back in 1998, back in the building that TVA is in now. But when I started that job, of course, I didn't go to school to be a choir director. I went to school to be a band director. And truly, I just didn't know enough about middle school vocal literature, choral literature, to know that I was going too far. But my kids could read music. They were really good and skilled, and I just kept throwing stuff at them. And it wasn't until later I really learned that that stuff was all too hard. We shouldn't have been doing that. But I didn't know any better.
But
so,
they did it.
They did it. Oh man, they did it great. No, at TVA, we've been fortunate. We've been very well funded by an Innovative High School Model grant. That was really crucial. I'm not sure what we'd have looked like if we hadn't had that big bucket of money.
Right.
It's allowed us to buy a whole lot of really great equipment and make some mistakes also along the way with how we've delivered our content, the content we've used. It's really it doesn't hurt to have a lot of money behind you. So of course that's running out here into next week. So my apologies to Mr. Treadway as he's coming in. But no, we just had a lot of support. Tullahoma City Schools has been very much behind the project. The community has gotten very much behind the project, not a project, it's a school. And I think as students and parents and everybody have kind of realized the opportunities available through that platform, they're starting to figure it out. Like, oh wow, this is a game changer. This is reinventing school. So moving forward, I'm really excited to work with my replacement, Chris Treadway, Dr. Chris Treadway. I think we can really take both schools to the next level, just being innovative and looking for ways that we can not do things different for the sake of doing them differently, but finding better ways and experimenting and not being afraid to fail. I think that's been the key at TVA. We've had that freedom to create and try things, and they didn't all work. But you keep moving forward. You learn from your mistakes. You make some adjustments, and you try again.
Well, Mom and Dad, a lot of them had the opportunity in the past 3 years to work at home instead of going to the office.
Oh yeah.
And so all of a sudden, something that you think, oh no, that's never going to work. Well, all of a sudden, you're doing it for your job, and you realize,
it can work.
This can work. The only issue that I ever had with it at all is the social interaction between the kids. There's what you learn at school that's in the curriculum, and then there's what you learn at school that teaches you how to survive in society.
Yes.
And those are two completely different things.
But virtual doesn't have to mean learning alone. It doesn't have to mean that you're at home.
Right.
They've got the TVA Cafe over there. We have students that take advantage of that. We have students that will say they've never had so many friends. They come to the cafe, they hang out, they interact, they engage. We try to create opportunities for students to come in over at TVA. Mike Young, he's Cajun, and so we had Cajun Thanksgiving last fall. It was great. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. He made a big pot of gumbo and put out the all-call to the kids, and it was really good.
My dad was born in South Louisiana.
Yeah. Mike's from Cutoff. I don't know if you know where that is. Yeah.
So, next time we get Cajun, you let me know. I'll bring some stuff over there.
I hope they let me know.
Oh, that's right. You're not there anymore.
Not going to be there.
So Greg, what's your, have a vision yet of, where you want to go, what your goal is? I know you probably, always at the end of a year, the beginning of another year, you're probably searching for people to fill positions.
Yeah, goal number one is to fill our vacancies. We've got we're looking for an English teacher and a couple of math teachers. need a bookkeeper, and I think I've got an educational assistant for a special education position open. So, tcsedu.net, employment opportunities, check those out, and I'd love to talk to anybody about the possibility. What a lot of folks don't know, professionals out there that have a degree, let's say you've got a degree in math, you've been a professional using that knowledge for years. There are avenues now in Tennessee where we can take those people, job-embedded programs for getting teacher certification.
Outstanding.
Yeah, so there's folks out there that have a teacher's heart, and have always had that desire to teach, but not really interested in going back for a whole new degree. There's a pathway. There's an option for that.
That's really good.
It is. It is.
And we've been fortunate. We've been fortunate to have teachers in our system that are extra special. Mm-hmm. And of course, a lot of them have retired out, and they come and they go, and you hope that you can find that next Van Zant or that next person who can fill that slot, and in a way that the person that just left it for you.
And speaking of Frank, know that he didn't start out in education. He's an icon in the education world. He's an icon in Tullahoma for the math program. He didn't start out in education.
Where was he?
What?
Where was he?
I can't remember exactly. I don't know if he was in engineering or something else, but he did not start out in education. It was a decision he made to change. He wanted to teach.
And as we look back in our lives, you will find always one or two or three teachers that changed your life.
Oh, sure. I was going through my desk the other day and came across, I've got a brass letter opener. It's got my name on it, Greg English. And I've had it ever since first grade because we had an end of the year performance, something. Actually, no, that's all a lie. In my mind, that's where it was, but actually it was a graduation present from my first grade teacher, and Miss Smith, and she had a great impact on me, and she has followed me through all of my education, all of my career. In fact, just the other day, posted about commenting on me getting this job, and she's proud of me, and that means the world to me. And I keep that letter opener that she gave me. And it was a simple graduation present, but that's something that I will never lose because that impact that she made on me.
Understand. Well, know that you have carte blanche here.
Appreciate it.
For anything you need, and please keep us informed and let us help any way we can.
Sure.
Anything else we need to go over today?
Not that I can think of, John.
We need teachers.
We need some teachers. I'm of the mindset of get in the door first and get your bearings and look around. So yeah. I don't have any plans for sweeping changes or anything like that.
Sure.
I've got to get back in the building and reconnect with my THS family.
Right.
And see what they need, and then we'll go from there.
That's the smartest thing to me that an administrator or a manager can do is don't go into a successful operation and start telling people how to do their job. Obviously, they're doing a pretty good job.
We've got a great team at THS.
And let them and find out what, like you say, how can I help you? Not here's what you're going to do for me, but how can I help you be successful?
Yeah, it's just it's not my way. I can't.
Yeah, understood.
Well,
know that we're proud of you.
I want to get in there with them and work with them. I don't like it when I don't like people working for me. I like them working with me.
There you go. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, John.
And congratulations.
Appreciate
always.
It.
We'll be right back after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Welcome back. Coffee County's employment rate in May 2023 was at 3.3%. That is an increase of 0.6% from April and 0.1% more than 1 year ago. 93 of Tennessee's 95 counties recorded unemployment rates below 5% in May, according to new Department of Labor and Workforce Development data. 2 counties, Bledsoe and Scott, did have rates just above the 5% mark. While the statewide seasonally adjusted unemployment rate held steady in May at 3.3% for the second consecutive month, individual county jobless numbers did inch up slightly in all but one county. Those numbers are not seasonally adjusted to take into account seasonal interruptions in employment, such as summer breaks for schools or severe weather events. Moore County recorded the state's lowest unemployment rate in May at 2.4%, which was 0.4 of a percentage point higher than the previous month. Williamson County came in with the second lowest rate for the month at 2.5%, an increase of 0.6 of a percentage point when compared to its rate in April. Bledsoe and Scott counties had Tennessee's highest unemployment numbers, each with rates of 5.3%. For Bledsoe County, that added up to a 0.7 of a percentage point increase in May, while in Scott County, the rate jumped up 1.6 percentage points from 3.7% in April. Tennesseans ages 14 through 24 can gain valuable work experience through the state's new Summer Youth Employment Program. They can also earn up to $16 an hour while working for businesses in their area of the state. The program also benefits employers. Summer Youth Employment Program covers all employee costs and handles the administrative functions for each participant. Detailed information on how interested youth or employers can participate in the program is located on the SYEP page, which can be found by going to tn.gov and searching for SYEP. And we'll be right back with more news after these messages.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Director of Schools Dr. Katrine Stevens and Chamber Executive Hope Nunley recently spoke with news leaders John Gray about the CEO Partnership Program for Tullahoma City Schools.
It's a great opportunity for our CEO partners, creating educational opportunities for students to come together and join us in an initiative to make a difference in literacy growth and development by partnering with our elementary schools. But CEO partners go way beyond just elementary schools. And we're really here to talk about CEO partners and the importance of them. And you brought up a great point. This is one magical way we connect, is through changes that happen that impact education, and now we need help from the community. So I know you'll want to talk a little bit about CEO partners.
Absolutely. So our Creating Educational Opportunities program is facilitated by the Chamber of Commerce, and we act as, so we're partnering businesses with schools. And so typically what happens is we'll promote the CEO program, or when people join as a new member, we talk about the program. And my favorite thing to let people know is there is no financial obligation to be a CEO partner. This is not something the chamber is trying to sell anyone. It's truly a partnership. And so you can partner with one school, or you can partner with all of the schools. And it's truly about the time that you have, the resources that you have available. And so once you have been partnered with a school, all the schools, you'll receive emails saying things like, hey partners, we have a pumpkin decorating contest coming up, or we have an opportunity to read to the children, or and some of them create their own opportunities to engage with the schools and the children. Some examples that I love to give: Catherine Murray from McMurray. I think everybody knows Kat. And if you go to Farrah Elementary and you let them know that you know DJ Kat, your cool status has just increased by 1,000%.
I need to go over there and do that just for the cool side.
Yes. And Daryl Welch with Heart and Realty, he hosts a class with some young men about what it means to be a good man. You know, maybe not everyone has that positive male role model at home, and so what a great opportunity to engage with those students. Traders Bank hosts a bank day at Robert E. Lee. So they are teaching children the importance of saving and having those interactions, you know, that they'll need later in life. And then Traders Bank is probably grooming future customers. You know, they're engaging and building those relationships. And so, I mean, I could go on and on and on about the examples. And then, of course, we do have Stan McNabb Automotive, who is our title sponsor for the Christmas Parade. They are also a CEO partner, and they do something very special for the Teacher of the Year. Would you like to share what they do?
So since 2012, Stan McNabb has partnered with the school system, and when we open the school year, there is one Teacher of the Year who ends up winning a car from them for a year. Talk about a partner. Wow.
Oh yeah.
What a gift and what a blessing for our teachers. What a way to honor and recognize and celebrate teachers. CEO partners truly are lifeblood of a school because they bring people, volunteers to help, whether it's reading or judging a contest or being a part of career day and talking about one's career, reading with a friend, all the good things that we need help with in the schools. We can always use extra hands to provide help and support. And going back to your question initially, we certainly can help with literacy, development, support, and growth, particularly in our early grades, kindergarten through 3rd grade, when they take this assessment for the first time. And remember now, a CEO partner can be a part of this literacy focus that we will have in K-3, and they can be involved in many things.
Absolutely.
When you volunteer in a school, it's really important to note you do not have to be a licensed educator to be a volunteer.
No.
You can just come and teachers will give you very simple assignments or games, activities to do, or read beside, read with a child. So anyone can volunteer and be really helpful to us.
So at the end of the day, I think what we're asking is just get involved somehow. And so, you know, maybe it is through a CEO partnership. Maybe you do have 1 hour a week to give and go read to a child. And I don't know anyone who doesn't walk into an elementary class and, you know, hear the engagement and the conversations that take place, and you just have to leave with a smile on your face.
I enjoy reading and telling stories, and I went to East Lincoln and read. I read over there for a couple of years.
Our school system is something that we are so proud of. Anytime someone walks in the chamber and they say, I'm considering moving here, can you give us some information about the community? We always, the school system's at the top of the list, because if you have a family, that's something that's very important, is a good education. And so, you know, this partnership is at every school level, including our virtual academy. Again, what a great opportunity in this community. That's something that I feel is not common yet. You know, we are, I think, a pioneer in some of these efforts. And so if you or anyone watching is interested in being a CEO partner, we want to buy you breakfast on Friday, July 28th at Robert E. Lee, 7:30 in the morning. And so there's going to be some great breakfast. But again, some information on how to get involved, and maybe pick a school or decide you want to partner with all the schools. You know, the Cow, Chick-fil-A Cow, is also a rock star in all of these schools, and they are a system-wide partner. And so again, there's space at the table for everyone, and you get to pick what you want to do and how you want to get involved. And again, it's all about your time and your resources. We are happy to provide examples on some successful partnerships, but then we hear new ideas all the time. We're like, oh, that's a fantastic way to get involved. And so again, we just invite anyone that's interested in learning. And maybe if you don't want to wait until July, you can stop by the chamber, and Tisha and I would be happy to talk to you about the program and go ahead and get you signed up so that you're a step ahead.
And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. On this week's show, we'll hear from South Jackson Ghost Country's band leader, Jerry Fox, about what to expect at this year's show, and Shelbyville has a path to the Miss America pageant for any young ladies who are interested. We'll have all this and more on this week's Living. And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
One thing about Parkview, we could bring our animal out there with us.
It would have been a deal breaker if we had not been able to take Gracie.
Yeah, we would not have gone.
If you want to do something, there's something to do most of the day. You shouldn't get bored.
I really enjoy my life here at Parkview. I really choose what I want to do. We have a wonderful library with hundreds of books that I love. It is a wonderful place.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1952 at 100 degrees. Record low was in 1974 at 50 degrees. Average high for this day is 86 and the average low is 66. Mostly clear for tonight with a low of 62. Mostly sunny for Wednesday, a high of 89 and a low of 68. And partly cloudy for Thursday with a high of 96, a low of 72. And that's our News Leader Report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe and have a great evening.